Oh man, 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 oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh man. Where's she? All right. I have my boots on. Klaus! Quew! What in the heck are you doing, you dang cat? Come here, Quew. Come here, buddy. Klaus. Hey, Klaus. Klausy. All right. All right. What we got up top? Why does it say, it keeps saying like bad connection. Red pops up on my screen and it's like bad connection. I'm like, there's nothing blocking my connection right now. I don't know what the heck. Hey, little Mater. Here's Mater. Good morning, everybody, from Mater. He already had his breakfast. Here's the minis. Rose and Little John are having their breakfast. Little John, Rose, breakfast. Got their tanks filled yesterday. Great. Let's go check the horses. Let me tell you, I've been sick for a week. I'm finally starting to not feel like my head's going to explode. And my coughing has subsided massively. So, you live in America when the biggest thing you have to complain about is your cold. We're spoiled little suckers. Spoiled little suckers in this country. Entitled little people who are like, I'm having a rough day because I got a sore throat, I got a cough. I have a cold. Oh man, my life is so rough. Oh, can I get some sympathy up in here? Here's Stenson. Atlas, hey buddy. Look who's eating at the feeder. Hi. Hi, Atlas. Good morning, good morning. Morning, Donna Lee. Good morning, Danetta. So she was locked away from my geldings because yesterday she was not being very nice. Good morning, Nancy. Yesterday she was being really a jerk to my geldings, so I made the decision to overnight keep her separate from my geldings, which has resulted in much nicer behavior today. They're all eating together and getting along fairly well. My dog is barking at something, and I'm assuming it's the neighbor dogs. Should we go into controversial topics today? Sure, let's do it. I understand that dogs don't know right from wrong. A lot of dogs don't, and they don't understand that killing other people's animals isn't a good idea, like dogs that kill chickens or dogs that come on property and, wound other animals. I understand that it's the owner's responsibility to take care of the dogs, and that it's not necessarily a dog's fault for coming on someone else's property and killing chickens. However, hi, Normie. This is Normie. However, I am responsible for my animals. So if your dog comes onto my property and kills or wounds or chases or hurts one of my animals, then I will take your dog out with absolutely no guilt whatsoever. Because you have chosen to be and it's not the dog's fault, it's your fault for being an irresponsible dog owner. If you have a dog that kills chickens, if you have a dog in general, keep the dog on your dang property. Like my dog, she's here doing her job. She's not over at the neighbors pestering them or attacking their animals. She's taking care of our livestock. If you don't take care of your dog, I'm responsible for my animals, so I'll take care of mine. And if taking care of my animals means taking care of your animal by removing it from the earth, then so be it. And I'm not a heartless person. I love animals to death. However, I love my animals more than your animals. And because I'm a responsible owner, hello, this is a little Stenny. I keep calling him Stenny. He's Stenson. Hi, Stensy. He's Stenny. He's a good boy. Yeah, that's my 2 cents for the day. There's a big thing going on with homesteaders and talking about like what do you do, what's right, what's wrong, as far as if a dog comes onto your property and attacks your animals or chickens and ducks and things like that. And I'm a very firm believer in protecting what's mine. And if your dog is on my property and I need to protect what's mine, here's the thing though for me. Dogs don't make it onto my property. I'll show you why not. Hold on. Dogs don't make it onto my property. Puppy! Puppies is around here somewhere. Dogs and things that aren't supposed to be here. Possums, raccoons, coyotes. They just don't come on our property because our dog is like a vicious creature. She knows what's supposed to be here and what's not. And she really doesn't like things that aren't supposed to be here coming here. So I don't really worry too much about that. But I also understand people who have that problem. And I'm totally on board with taking care of your own. Yeah, I agree, Danetta. I agree. Hi. Hi. And and it's just funny. It's not funny. Very coincidental. I've been watching homesteaders talking about this, protecting what's theirs, taking care of what's theirs. Needing to sometimes shoot or put down a dog that's on their property because it's attacking theirs, or, you know. This is Lovey. Lovey, are you having a good day? Oh, she had a rough night. Yep. But I see that you're nicely letting him eat. Stop horsing around. I am horsing around. But I also believe in protecting what's mine when it comes to my freedoms and my country. I believe in protecting what's ours and taking care of what's ours and the people who are here and what's ours. Like, it kind of, I'm at same boat. This is my Norman day. Look at how relaxed he is. Normie, sometimes I think you could stand to put a little bit of weight on. Right in here. Top line struggles a little bit. Hi, buddy. They do need blankets when it's cold. Right now, we're at like 35, 40 degrees. Don't need blankets. Everybody's doing great. However, when it gets cold, every horse here has a blanket. Normie has a blanket. Lovey has a blanket. Atlas or Stenson has a blanket. And the minis both have blankets. And I do use them, but I use them only when I need them. is she? And Lovey. Hey, buddy. It's just me. Just me. I have to let him know because I think sometimes he thinks it's another horse picking on him. And so I always let him know, it's just me, buddy. It's just me. Good boy. So, tomorrow, I have to pick up more of Norman's medicine. Here's Normie. He is on medicine, anti-inflammatory medicine. He's on it every day for his back feet he has severe arthritis in his backs. And so he is on everyday medication. It really helps him. The swelling, usually, good boy. The swelling is really bad in this foot. Up. So he's so good. He lifts really well, but the swelling is usually really bad in that foot. So every morning he gets a dose of an anti-inflammatory. It's a pill, and tomorrow I got to go to the vet and pick that up because he's running low. Hi, sweetheart. He's running low on that. Oh, so, well, I can come with you guys. We haven't used the blankets since I took them off because we haven't needed to. And guess what? We're supposed to be in the 40s and some 60-degree days coming up. So, knock on wood, I may not have to use the blankets again this year. However, I got a clip because Lovey broke the clip off hers. So I have to put... Hey, Mary, how are you? Welcome. Mary, I haven't seen you for a bit, I feel like. Oh, dang it. Okay, here we go. Great part about having a cold. That was disgusting, but at least I didn't do the farmer's blow. Sometimes I do that, not gonna lie. All right, we got a clip here. All right, gotta find Lovey's. So Lovey's blanket, look at this. She freaking sheared the clip. She freaking sheared the clip right off. So I've had this, I just haven't done it, and now that I'm reminded to do it, I'm gonna do it. So she sheared the clip right off, don't know how. So what we gotta do, oh, this is gonna work really well. Put this clip back on. It actually works. I didn't know if it would work, but it's gonna work. Thread it back through. There we go. Hey, look, it actually works. It's not the same as the other one, but I don't care. As long as it does the job, great. Probably going to be washing these up. End of March, I'll wash these up and get them put back into storage, the horses' blankets. But I try to keep them out just in case we get some kind of last minute weather. But here the clip is. Thank you for reminding me. Got that done. Here's the horse blanket situation in the tack room. Horse blankets. I have got to, this year, I'm going to try to figure out a better way to organize them and hang them in here when they're not in use. But I only have a certain amount of space in here. Do I think that I would like to have a bigger tack room? Yes. Do I want to have a bigger tack room? Kind of. But I'm very thankful for the one I have. It does the job. I'm grateful that I have a tack room. I know some people that don't, and they put everything in a garage or something, and they're just trying to like fit it in. I'm very thankful to have a tack room. So I'm thankful to have a tack room. Could it be bigger? Yes. We're going to find a way to utilize this space. I'm trying to find ways to utilize it, but also my husband's helpful. Like we're going to find ways to hang things and put things up and do some shelving and things like this. There's just a lot. Like every horse has a rope halter. I love rope halters so much. Every horse has a rope halter, but then everybody has a nylon halter as well. And then I have lead ropes, and then I have girths, and I have fly masks, which I'm gonna start needing to update those, but fly masks, and then I have bridles for the horses. There's just different stuff that you use, and just yeah. Happy to have a tack room to put all this stuff. What part? Yeah. Yeah, so that was Lovey. I don't know what happened. She had her blanket on. Those blankets, I've never had a problem with the blankets. I'm thankful because I have amazing people on my channel that buy really high quality stuff for my horses. So when I go on Amazon on my wish list, when I put things on there, like a blanket for the horses, I put a really good quality one on there because we're in Minnesota and we get some really, really, really cold weather here. And I want my horses to be warm and safe. So I've never had a problem until the other day. I come out and one of her clips is broken. This girl right here, Miss Love. Hi. Here she is. She's the clip breaker. So it was easy enough to put one on. Hi there. Good morning. What kind of horses do you have? So I have 5. This is Lovey. She's an Arabian. So she's from a kill pen. So a kill pen is where they're potential for slaughter. And so I pull them out before they go to slaughter. So this is Lovey, and she's an Arabian mare. She's a senior. This is Norman D. He is not from a kill pen. He's my first horse. He is an 18-year-old Arabian gelding. Love him. He's a doll. Are you watching the neighbor dog? You watching the neighbor dog? You're a good boy. That's Normie. Atlas, who I keep calling Stenson, is right here. He is a senior. He's over 25, and he is from a kill pen as well. And I believe he's a standard bred mix, but I have not had him DNA tested, so I can't say for sure. But this is Atlas, who I keep calling Stenson, or Stenny. This morning I kept calling him Stenny. And then I have 2 other minis, both from the kill pen, Little John and Rosie. And they are up here. Little John, LJ, LJ, LJ. Hello, LJ. This is LJ, or Little John. Hi, buddy. Are you looking for a treat? I don't have one right now, but I could go get you one. And Rosie's over here. That's Rosie. Rosie's a senior. Little John is 5 years old, but when he came to me, he had like feet that were overgrown by like 8 inches. So my farrier's been working to correct his feet. He could barely walk. Now he runs. He's in a lot better condition now, but it took some getting, and we've had him for over a year, and my farrier's still working to correct his hooves so that he can walk properly, run properly now. Hey, Stanny. Hey, Stanny. Oh, Stanny. Oh, Stanny. So I have 5. Hey, honey. Hey. Okay. Sometimes people say the weirdest things in the comments, and I don't even know, like, what to say. How much is your monthly bill for 5 horses? Just for my own info, LOL. Oh man. Here's what I like to tell people. Horses are so expensive. And I'm so grateful because I have people that sponsor some of mine, and so it really helps offset the bill. I have people that help support, people that have bought my horses blankets, that buy them treats, that help me pay for things for them because they come from such horrible situations that I have a platform and the ability to get help for the horses that I have. The price per horse, what it costs for upkeep, totally depends on the horse. See him down there? That's Norman. He needs pills every single day. So he's a little bit of an investment. This guy, senior feed. He's over 25. He's gonna need senior feed every day. Just for his food that he needs to eat, just for the food, not the hay, is $75 for him. This girl right now, when I first got her, she was thin. She was in awful condition. Once we got her senior fed and got her up, she's great. She's living off hay now. She's doing great on just hay. How much? I can't even tell you how much we spend on horses for a month. It's a lot. It's very expensive to feed them. We went and bought our hay for a year, and our hay bales this year were, oh guys, I want to say they were $90 for a round bale, 90. And these horses will put down a round bale in about 2-3 weeks. So that's $90, over $90 a month just for the hay that they need to eat. You also have to consider like your fencing. Fencing costs money, upkeep. You got to keep your fencing good. You don't want runaway horses. I only had that one time. My horses got out and I literally, they ran and they ran. You were the culprit, Norman. You were the one that did it. You want to have good fencing. It was horrible. It was horrible, buddy. Yeah, you ran away. I didn't know if I'd get you back because you just kept running. You just kept going. Yeah, that's when he didn't have much arthritis. His arthritis wasn't bad enough where he couldn't run, and he was like, that scared the crap out of me. So you have to have good fencing, and then you have to have shelter, and then you have to have hay, and then you got to have a hay net. Hay nets are wonderful. But right now we have the hay net kind of off because this guy needs to be able to get to the food, and he has chipped up teeth in the front, and so he can't eat through a hay net. Runaway dogs and chickens. Oh, it's terrifying when animals get out. Yeah, so these two are pure Arabian. Norman and Lovey are pure Arabian. I think he's a standard bred or a standard bred cross of some sort. And then the mini ponies, I don't really know because they're Amish. They're mini ponies of some sort. So, yeah. Deep pockets, yeah. I can't even like, I would love to give you like, I try to put it really logically for you guys, okay? Like, I am a stay-at-home mom. My husband makes good enough money where he works. We have 4 children, and we have 4 children that have 2 legs, I like to say. And then we have our babies, the horses. We have 5, okay? Like, I do not drive a super nice vehicle. We don't go on a bunch of family vacations. We don't do a bunch of stuff that costs a lot of money. We live fairly simply. We don't buy a ton, like nice clothes. Everything we buy is secondhand. And I'm not saying that to be like, look at us, we live so, no. That's how I've always been, even before I had horses. I just don't believe on spending money on dumb things. If I can get by secondhand, that's what I do. That's just how I've always been. But if I wasn't like that and I needed the best of everything, it would be really hard to own horses because we wouldn't have the money for it. So we just live pretty simply. And look at how much goodness. Look at how much goodness. Yeah, they bring so much goodness. They bring so much goodness. Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at him. Yeah, and that's the thing too is like, okay, when we had our horse named Moo, Louisiana Derby. My horses are all seniors. My horses are all seniors. They don't know what a derby is. However, he's been all over the world, all over the states, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa, as he was an endurance horse. So he would ride for miles and miles and miles at a time. I did not do that with him. His previous owner did. When he came here, he became spoiled out of his mind, and he lives a life of luxury and retirement. And he actually totes around my 12-year-old daughter, and she absolutely adores him. She rides him bitless and in a bareback saddle pad, and he is a saint, and he always takes care of her. Klaus, what are you doing out here, buddy? Always takes care of her. He's an awesome horse. Her, on the other hand, well, she's got a ways to go, but she's a little bit cranky right now. She looks just mad that I'm interrupting her nap. So we're going to just bypass you. Just having a hard day. Look at her pinning her. Why are you pinning your ears at me? Mares, I'm telling you. Have big Derby. Yeah. Thought you were prepping for Kentucky Derby. Nope. We're lucky if we can do a lap around the barnyard. You don't mind, right, Stenny? We don't mind, Stenny. What do you think, Stenny? Oh, hey, Stenson. Oh, Stenny. Hey, sweet Stenson. Oh, hey, Alice. Yeah, but what I was going to say is, moody girls, go figure. Oh, Janie, you have no idea. I mean, maybe you do, but my God, she's just always in a mood. Dude, calm down. Enjoy life. Now, yeah, her ear, like, she's been, so a lot of times when I come out, when I'm interacting with her, I'll actually bring my flag, because she's been trying to like step into my space and get sassy with me, and I'm not interested in it. And she's testing the boys a bunch and being a jerk to the boys. But when it comes to me, I'm like, yeah, no, you're not going to want to test me. So I just bring my flag out, and I'll just ask her to step out of my space and just move her with my flag, because I don't want her to think that she can act like that or be like that. Especially I have kids. Like, no, you can't. She's just very, very moody. I'm very happy that he is very contently, happily eating here, and that neither of these guys are pushing him away from the food. That's really, really good. This is my inside cat. You guys, to say that we would be devastated if anything happened to this cat would be an understatement. He is literally the best thing in the world. He is such a good cat. He's normally inside. He's been living inside all winter because he is a spoiled indoor kitty. But in the spring, summer, he loves to come outside. And we're so fearful that someday something's going to happen to him, but he loves to be outside. He absolutely loves it, and we cannot force him to stay in the house. Like, it would be cruel, because he loves coming outside and he loves hanging out with the other animals. But if anything ever happens to Klaus, oh, Klausie, hey buddy. Like, every morning when you wake up, he's there. He wants to be petted. He wants attention. He acts like a typical cat. Reminds me of Garfield. He's just such a good cat. Like, he loves the kids. Hey, Stanny. This is funny. Yeah, let me tell you guys, I've been trying to figure out like how to work with his needs and the way she's been acting, and trying to make sure that he gets enough to eat and that he's taken care of. It's a work in progress. Like, and nothing with horses is just simple cut and dried. Oh, we'll do this. No, it's always a process. And he is eating, and he's doing really well. He's eating really good. He's eating really good, and I'm making sure, I promise you guys, like, I love him to death. He is such a sweet boy. I am making sure I watch out the window. My house is right there. I watch out the window. I make sure if they're picking on him, we separate so that he can eat and so that they can eat. And so, like, I watch really carefully what's going on out here, because he is new and he's so sweet. And I don't want him to get picked on and to not be, happy here. This is supposed to be his retirement, and he shouldn't be being picked on. He needs to make sure that he has plenty to eat. I love how he keeps interacting with the cat. But yes, I'm very thankful that he's able to eat outside. I don't want to constantly have to put a horse away. However, oh, look at this. The cat is just ridiculous. Klaus is ridiculous. Does somebody want to explain Big John? I explain probably every other live. I explained Big John's story. So Big John came out of a kill pen, much like Atlas here and my mare. See, these two are best friends. My mare and my minis. So Big John has not been here for a long time. There were two Big Johns. Someone else rescued a horse and named it Big John, and they're keeping it forever. It's a sanctuary horse. The Big John that I had turned out to be an 8-year-old gelding with a ton of energy, and holy crap, way more horse than I could handle. So he went to a nonprofit, and he does carriage rides for kids and families. And he's an amazing horse, and I still get updates on him, and he is doing well. But that is not, I do not have Big John anymore. No worries, no worries. I'm very realistic about things, and Big John got me a ton of views, sure. He made my channel what it was. He blew my channel up on YouTube. But I'm not going to keep a horse just to get views or just to make my channel big. That's wrong. He was not happy here. He needed something more. He was really struggling here because he wanted to do something. He wanted to get out. He was only 8 years old. I thought he was a senior. I thought he was old and that he would retire here. And I had no experience with draft horses, and he was huge, and he was bored, and it led to all kinds of issues. And the minute I met his new owner, I knew that it was a perfect match. Yes, I am too. It couldn't have worked out better, to be honest. I don't like rehoming a horse. I have never placed one that came from a kill pen with anyone else. I've never done that. We've rescued 9. Big John's the only one who's moved on to go to someone else. Otherwise, I really want them to stay with me for the rest. But yes, I agree. Yeah, yes. So I kind of like the older ones because when they're retiring, you can just let them, you don't have to do, keeping them in movement. But I do try to keep my horses moving, like they're retired, but they still need. What are you doing, Klaus? Hey, Klausie. Hey, Klaus. But here it's more or less like semi-retired. We do some work, we do some things, but you're living pretty much a life of luxury. Right, Alice? All right. Oh, buddy. Good boy. Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I think I'm going to take a stool sample in of him to my vet. I have to go into the vet to get Normie's medicine. And I've noticed that he seems to be still not quite right. He's been wormed. And he's eaten good. But I think something is not quite right. And I think I'm just going to take in a stool sample. Then the vet will check for parasites and all that. And I had told her I wormed him, and she said, yeah, let that wormer sink in for a couple of weeks. And then if you're concerned, bring in a stool sample and we'll double check and we'll make sure that we're on the right page. And I'm noticing it just doesn't look quite right for him. So I think I better let my vet check it out. Because this is the 3rd time that I've seen that, and I'm then like, it's not like, oh my gosh, something's wrong, I need the vet out right now. But it's like, something's not quite right. Something is just not quite right. So I have to go in there anyway tomorrow, so I'm going to... Klausie! Klaus is out here being a ding-dong. All right, guys. Probably going to take off here. Appreciate you guys jumping on the line. If you're new, I'm Big John, and yes, if you go back and look way back into my channel, you can see Big John. He was a tank of a horse. He was beautiful, a very loving horse, but ultimately just bored out of his mind here. He was only 8 years old once we got him back to health, and he got like fed and taken care of and knew what love was. He was just like looking out into the fields like, please, for the love of God, give me something to do. He was bored out of his mind. He was an amazing horse. I'm off to work. Oh, awesome. Thanks. For sure. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks. If you're new, like, subscribe if you enjoy animal content, because that's kind of what I have. I always tell people, if you don't like animals, do not subscribe to my channel, because you will not like my channel, because it is full of, between dogs, cats, horses, rescue, that kind of thing. It's all I talk about. I mean, it's mostly what I talk about. Some homesteading stuff. We do some projects here and things, but a lot of animals, a lot of animal content. I love animals. I've loved animals since I was a little kid, like really, really little, like 1, 2, and then I just have always, look at this fool. I've always loved animals. All kinds. We have a bunny too. But, all that to say, I got to book out of here. Got kiddos in the house. I homeschool my little guys, so got to do that today. Everybody stay safe. Take care. We'll be talking to you soon. I'd like to do lives tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get to do a live in the morning, because I'm going to be going to the vet to pick up some medicine and do some things. But think we're going to do a stool sample for Stenson, and I'll get Norman's medicine. So we'll be all set. Everybody take care. Have a fantastic day. See you later, Donetta. New here, American living in Sweden and loving animals. Awesome. Hey, we have something in common. That is, I would say the animals are what I live for, but I have children. And I always adored and loved animals, but when I had kids, my kids take priority over my animals. But I love my children and I love my animals. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day. I gotta remember to take out Puppers' raw dog food out of the freezer and start it thawing. Stay warm, everybody.